What's going on? Happy Friday to everyone. And those who are watching live and those who are watching in the replay. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope you're having a great Friday, a happy long weekend. To those of you who are able to be off and enjoying some time just to rest, relax. So, of course, before we get started, I'm going to start with the Best Life Crew affirmation. Welcome, everybody.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey, guys, I will be right back. I just got a package. Hold on. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. What's going on? Happy Friday. I hope everybody's doing great. I thank you guys so much for coming. I thought I'd come and do a little bit of an impromptu live stream just to encourage you guys a little bit. And yeah, welcome to the stream. If you're new to my channel, I'm Marlene, and I'm the content creator for Living Your Best Life. And on this channel, I have a positive channel. I try to encourage, build, heal, and motivate and encourage. So I thank you guys so much for coming. And those who are new, I'd love if you guys would subscribe. And those of you who haven't, join my channel membership. I would appreciate that as well. So I see we got in the building, Boss Life Online. Thank you so much for being here and always supporting me, Boss Life Online. I truly appreciate you. So, I just wanted to do a topic today about purpose. And I feel like it's a really important discussion to have to talk about a purpose. And I'm just going to get right into the topic. So, having a purpose, it shows having a purpose means dedicating yourself to yourself, to a cause that sometimes is beyond yourself. It goes into your goals, and that fuels your motivation in your life, whether it's your life's meaning and direction or inspiring you to make a significant contribution to the world. So it's really important to find your purpose, and we're going to get into how you could find your purpose. And if you feel like maybe you've come aside from what your purpose is, how to get back on track. So, here are some questions that we're going to talk about. Do you ever feel lost in life? Are you bored to death by doing something that maybe you don't enjoy anymore? Maybe it's your job, maybe it's your creative side. Or do you have moments when you feel like your life lacks a purpose? And what does it mean to have a sense of purpose? So, purpose really gives our life meaning and it gives it direction. So, if an individual is unable to find a meaningful commitment or they're suffering from experiences that cause them to have despair, it's important to find something meaningful to commit to. And especially if you're suffering and going through some situations in your life where you're having a lot of mind, like life altering decisions that you have to make, This is the time where you have to come back to your core and your center and your balance and understand your resiliency, your strength, and you got to persevere through to your goals. And sometimes that can be the hardest thing when you are going through a life change, a life process. You're trying to find out where you want to go, what is the direction of your life, where you're trying to turn to. And it's important to do that because we don't want to go through our whole life just doing things that is comfortable or things that is in the mold that society gives to us. We have to, at the end of the day, be happy with what we're doing. We have to be happy with the decisions that we're making because life is far too short for you to go through your whole life not doing things that you enjoy. Let me go back to the chat. I was looking down at my notes. Hey, Miss Full Roller, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing good on this Friday. I appreciate you. So, yeah, guys, it's so important to have a purpose and a meaning. And sometimes we kind of get off track when it comes to our purpose because we're so busy working, we're so busy taking care of families that we kind of lose our purpose and our sense of meaning within ourselves. And that's why I say all the time it's important to come back to your center, to come back to balance, because when you are not happy as a human being, as a man, as a woman, you cannot give to other people fully the way maybe that you need to, because you have to be happy and fulfilled within yourself before you can give to other people. And we can find that a lot because some people, they really empty themselves. They give everything that they have within themselves and they don't give anything to anybody else but them. And I think that that's an awful thing. I think it's an awful feeling. And I'm not telling anybody what to do. It's just me sharing my personal thoughts and insights. But how tragic it would be for you to have something that you want to do, something that fulfills you, that makes you feel good about yourself, but you hold back in your purpose because you're trying to please other people, because you want to, stay on the what is it called, on this little narrow path, and you don't want to go off into another road. Maybe that it's the entrepreneurial road, or maybe it's um, where if you do this, you're not really going to have the support from your family, because maybe your family wants you to do a certain thing with your life, a certain career, certain things in your life, and not step into something maybe that makes you feel good inside of yourself. And at a certain point, we cannot please family members and friends. And I know how life is. Life is busy, and yeah, you have to make a living and all of those things. But you can also do those same things, work within your purpose, and have a meaning to your life. Because if you just continuously go through your whole life and you're always doing the same old thing, it's not something that you're excited, you're happy to wake up and do. Life is too short for you to be that unhappy. You got to find happiness in your life. You have to find joy in your life. And that comes from doing things that you feel meaning within your spirit. It makes you feel good about you. It's something that you can't wait to wake up in the morning and get started with your day, because it's something that you absolutely love to do. And we as human beings, we function the best when we have a clear sense of direction and a purpose. And we have to remember that. We have to find out what our purpose is. So the question comes is, what is the meaning of life's purpose? So a sense of a meaningful life, or living a meaningful life, it's living with your heart and your passion. And it comes to a deeper level because it's going to give you a long-term happiness. You're going to find resiliency amidst hardship. So even if it's hard, when you're doing something that you love, something that makes you feel good about yourself, It's something that you're going to always continue to do. You're always going to want to do it because it fulfills you. It's something that you enjoy. And so many people now are doing a job, a job, to live, but not doing something that values you, like a career. A career is completely different from a job, because when you have a career, it's something you enjoy, it's something that brings you peace, it gives you satisfaction, it's something that you enjoy. So, what does a purpose actually mean? You know, purpose, it comes from the Anglo French word propos, and that means, oh, I lost my notes. Hold on a second, guys. And it comes from the term propos, referring to an intention, an aim, a goal. So, in broad speaking terms, it refers to a purpose on when people lose their purpose, like they do things that's silly on the weekends, and then maybe on the weekdays is when they get back on track. So, living your life with a purpose means that you put yourself on the map. And so many people don't put their self on the map. They don't consider themselves. They go through their whole life, and I've seen it working in healthcare. People have come to the end of their life and they have never done anything that they wanted to do. Oh, I wish I would have traveled here, and I wish I would have done that. And I wonder what would have happened if I had done X, Y, and Z. So I'm talking to you guys because I think this is an important topic. It's an important discussion to have, that while yes, it's important to make money, but money is not the end all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't go and do what you have to do, but I do think it's important at the end of the day to find a career, something that fortifies you and uplifts your spirit, because that's the reason why some people get so drained in trying to make a living, because that's just all it is. It's just a means to an end. It's not something that feeds and pours back into your spirit and makes you feel good about yourself. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Hey, Miss Full. Oh, I said hey to Miss Full Roller. I'll say hi again. Hey, Edward. Hey, Mr. Wise. How are you guys doing? Happy Friday to everybody in the chat. I thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, Miss Full Roller, you have to get off the beaten path. And I understand, I get it. It's not easy to get off the beaten path. I'll tell you guys why. You have to be a strong person. You have to be a strong man or a woman of conviction. You have to know who you are. You have to know what you want to do. Because at a certain point, yes, we want support from other people, but what is the cost? Is it worth the cost of you being empty? Is it worth the cost of you not having a satisfaction in your heart? Always pleasing other people, but you never please yourself, and you just feel so down and so drained. It's just not worth it to me at all. Yes, you can't please everybody. You can't. It's impossible. There's no way you could please everybody. And you will make yourself sick trying to please everyone and not yourself. The same folks will not be around when you run yourself down. Listen, Ms. Fuller, I've seen it working in the medical field. People have been working 2, sometimes 3 jobs to try to do things for their kids or spouse. And then when they get sick, now it's you as a person who has to deal with the consequences of those actions. So yes, I'm not saying don't take care of your family and do things that's nice for your family, but at what cost is it worth for you to empty yourself completely? And I'm just doing this stream because I think it's important for people to understand that your purpose and your meaning is what's going to make you bring up the joy, your energy, your spirit, make you feel good about you. And I understand, because some people, they're trying to look for other people to fulfill them. They're trying to look for family members. They try to look in relationships, but we have to learn that love is a self-fulfilling thing. We have to be fulfilled within ourselves, and we have to know what we want and do some things that we want to do in order for our joy to rise, raising your vibration. Thanks for that comment, Miss Full Roller. How do you find your purpose? Yes, finding your purpose, it goes for you to just stay in the quiet and listen to that voice, because your spirit will always tell you really what you want to do. You got to spend some time in quiet, no radio, no being around other people. Go to a place where you find serenity and peace of mind and just sit and listen. And it will always tell you, maybe it's something that maybe you've been wanting to do and you've been hiding it and sheltering it from other people, something that you're really good at. You'll find that answer, but you have to not be afraid of the response when when your spirit is telling you what it is. And just like for myself, I was told that I'm supposed to be motivating people, but I think sometimes it's the fear that we want to always do a certain thing, and we don't think that that's what we should be doing. But sometimes we have the answer to it, but we're just afraid to accept it. All I'm trying to do is make $1. That's why I don't ask my family to join me in nothing unless they want to. So I don't have to have that headache. Learned a long time ago not to ask them. Yeah, it's true. Boss Life Online, you can't expect people to support you if they're not. Either somebody will support you or they won't. Either somebody wants to do something or they won't. There's no gray area when it comes to support. There's no gray area when it comes to love. There's no gray area when it comes to, yourself, your purpose and your meaning and your value. You have to define that. Nobody can define your purpose and your value but you. And that's so important. It's so important to do that. Thank you. Thank you, Edward. I appreciate you. Hey, Vernell, happy Friday. I hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, let me get back to my notes here. Okay. Okay, so in other words, the purpose of life can be called the end goal of life and end goals. So in English, this simply translates to the question, what do we want to do? And we know the answer to that question, but sometimes we don't want to accept that. Maybe because what you want to do, maybe your family doesn't support that. Maybe it's something that you're going to have to push down those doubts and fears and uplift yourself when it comes to doing what you want to do. Because when we're trying to work within our purpose, it's not an easy road. Because maybe sometimes we're not going to get the acceptance, we're not going to get the support, we're not going to get everything that we want to do. But in order for us to be fulfilled, not our family, not our friends, we have to move outside of that in order to make ourselves happy, in order to stand in line with the things that we want to do and to feel good about ourselves. Sometimes that means making the tough decision to put ourselves up higher, to elevate ourselves. And I will say, guys, that is something very difficult to do, especially when you may be a person that has always done for other people. You have always been the person to be the supporter. But now when it's time for you to be the supportee, you're the person who needs the support. Maybe you may not have what you want. And that's a lesson, because it teaches us who is really going to be there for you, who is really going to be on your side and on your team. And we have to understand that sometimes the things that we want to do it's not something that just happens overnight. It's not something easy. When you're doing what you want to do, the doors will open, the right people will find you, but you have to keep working at it and you have to keep going. That's the thing. A lot of times people give up before they even start when they're on their way to define their own purpose. They because they hit a roadblock or they don't get the support, or maybe sometimes in a business, maybe that business doesn't work out and then they just give up. You are never going to achieve the success and the fulfillment that you want if you give up easily, because we have to understand that when something is for you, when something is meant for you to do it, it's not going to be an easy road. It's going to be very difficult. It's going to be hard. There's not going to be a lot of support. Sometimes the place where you are going, you're going to have to be the one to be the trailblazer. You're going to have to be the one that is going to have to see how good it can be, how big it can be, how so much prosperity can happen with whatever it is that you're going to do. But you have to see it. You have to see that, and we have to stop learning to only do things that is going to get lots of support, that's going to get lots of people on our side. Because sometimes in going down a difficult path, you got to walk that road by yourself, and that's where you find your courage. That's where you find your willpower. How much do you want it? All of that is up to us. All of it is up to us. Nobody can give that to you. Absolutely nobody. I'm doing good, Best Life. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking, Vernell, and I'm glad you're doing good as well. Yeah. And guys, I'm telling you, I went through this in my personal life. I went through it with family members. I went through it with friends. I went through it in a romantic relationship. When you switch from being the person to give all the support and give all the love, so you're putting all of your energy, all of you into somebody else. And after a while, we have to understand that when you only give support to other people, you're showing people by your actions the amount that you want to give to yourself. So we have to learn that we can't empty ourselves completely and serve others. We have to understand that we got to support ourselves too. And that's something that is kind of a new concept. It's a new idea to support yourself. We support other people, but when's the last time you did something that you knew was going to be good for yourself, your longevity, your raising your vibration, your energy source, your peace of mind? And we have to do more of that type of thinking. And that kind of thinking is not something popular because most people don't back. Unless you support them, they're only there on your side when you are there for them. But when it comes to the things for you, you look around, nobody. It's crickets, nobody around. But it's okay, because one day when you get to be where you're supposed to be, all of the people who are supposed to be there with you will be. Because people only want to see you, when you're in your highlight reel. That people only want to support you when it looks good, when you're getting lots of money, when you're getting all the popularity, and everybody is, saying, "Oh yeah," talking all this good about you. But when you're in that struggle period, when you're trying to find your way, that's when you find out the right people who are going to be there to help you, to uplift you to your purpose. That's so important, to stop looking to the people who don't support you and look to the people already who do. And I know that it's a thing with being human beings. We always want, to get back at people for when they don't do right to us. It's normal. That's normal. We want justice in our life. We want the right things to happen for us and to us. But we have to understand that when we are wasting our time and we're wasting our energy on people who only drain us, we are pulling back and detracting from our own purpose, from our own goals, from our own elevation and vibration in our life. And we got to stop doing that. We got to stop. You have to stop. Because I'll say, coming from the old school life of, I was always taught when I was growing up that you have to always be there for other people. You always have to serve other people. But when are you going to serve yourself? When are you going to do some things to love yourself? When are you going to put yourself on the map? When are you going to put yourself on the table? And I'll tell you guys, nobody is going to put you on the map, on the radar, unless you do it. We got to put in the hard work to say, I value myself. My life has a meaning. I have some things that I want to do. And that's why it's important to also walk in silence and not tell everybody what you're doing, because people will try to sabotage you. And also, people don't want to support you, especially if it's something that sounds really good. People want to be the first one to do something. They want to be the first one so that they can get all that clout, all of that admiration. But yeah, you got to pour some of that love back into yourself. And I say that all the time. You can't always pour everything out and then be empty, because how can you keep working on yourself and feeling good about yourself and going down the road and the path sometimes of least resistance? Because going down that road of you trying something new and doing something that's good for you is sometimes a road that you got to walk by yourself. And that's not easy. Ooh, you done opened up. Were they there for you, for what you could, for what, or man, what is wrong with me? My glasses, or it's me? Were they there for you, or there for what you could do for them? Listen, Miss Full Roller, I have learned, it's a lesson, and I think the older that you get, or the wiser that you get, you learn. Some people are only there when you can serve them, only when they can use you, only when it's something that's going to benefit them. But if it's something to benefit you or support you, that don't matter to them. They're like, what's in it for me? People most of the time have some hidden agendas, and that's part of life. Sometimes you help other people and then other times you help them, but it can't be a thing that you have to always give to other people. You can't always give. You can't always give. You've got to give back to yourself. And whoever I'm speaking to, please apply it. You can't give everything to everybody else. You can't. The latter from my experience. Let's see. Were they there for you, for what you could do for them? Yeah. Yeah, you never know. You and that's the whole thing, is you can never really know somebody's objective. You don't know what is the real reason why people are around. Are they there to take, or are they to uplift, support, encourage, heal? Every person comes into your life for a reason. There's a purpose to everything. Everything, there's a reason why people are around. There's a reason why people come in. Either they're there to lift you up, or they're there to pull you down. You have to wake up 30 minutes before you get ready to serve others, and serve yourself first. You must pour into yourself before you go serve others. Yeah, for now, I say that all the time. It's important that you don't just get up and start serving other people. Especially I'm talking to those who have kids, grandkids, or you're in a role where you're a caregiver and you're always taking care of other people. You got to remember that the part of your peace of mind, feeling good about yourself, is that respecting yourself. And when you respect yourself, you're going to give yourself time. spend time to think, how am I today? Am I doing okay? Am I doing things to show that I love myself? Am I doing things to show that I respect myself? Am I being kind to myself? We got to ask ourselves that from time to time. You can only pour from a cup that has something in it to pour from. I agree, Miss Full Roller. And that's why it's important to have that dialogue, have that conversation with yourself. I tell you guys this all the time. It's important to have those conversations when we ask ourselves, am I doing okay? Am I all right? And listen to the response and say, no, you're not getting enough sleep. No, you're not eating the way that you should. No, you're not doing something that you should do. We have to be honest with ourselves. And that's why people sometimes have those mental and physical breakdowns or start getting sick and get some type of diseases because they're allowing stress, the amount of stress to overtake what they are giving and pouring down into themselves. That's why I always say all the time, it's important to continuously work on healing yourself. If you need to take a nap, if you need to take some time off, if you need a vacation, if you need to do something that makes you feel good, then that's what you need to do. Because giving to other people and never giving to yourself, it's not good. It's very toxic. And we have to understand that we can be toxic as well. We always talk about other people who can be toxic in our life, but we can have a toxic way of acting in our life if we are always giving and serving other people. That's toxic if you're not giving love and support back to yourself, if you're not doing things that's kind to yourself, if you're not respecting yourself, if you don't have the self-talk of that I love myself, that I'm courageous, that I'm strong, that I have a value, that I have a meaning, that I am loved, whoever is outside of who loves you. I love me on my own. And we have to have those conversations with ourselves because that's how you build your foundation strong and firm. Got to always tell yourself, I love myself outside of other people. Because if we look to other people for our source of love, we will be hollow inside. What if nobody is giving you the love that you deserve? Are you going to stay in that and be unloved for the rest of your life? No, it's not worth that. You have a value. You have a value, definitely. And you have to put the mask on yourself first and then put the mask on the other person so you can get the oxygen. Yeah, for now. That's so important. They always say that, when you go on the plane, they always tell you when that mask comes down, you got to put your mask on. Save yourself. Remember how important you are. Remember how much meaning there is to you just being who you are. And you have to love yourself at the core, at a foundational level, and stop waiting for other people to do and give you what you already possess inside of yourself. But all it takes is you just taking some time to work on yourself and doing kind things for yourself. For me, that's my self-talk, my affirmations, self-care. It's the taking a hold of my emotional makeup, because sometimes my emotions can get the best of me, and we have to put that in check, especially when you're trying to do something. Don't allow your emotions to take over when you're working on your purpose and you're trying to work on something that's your grind, your hustle. We can't let people who don't see the vision. And we have to understand that when you're given a vision of something that you want to do, remember, it's your vision. It's what you want. It's what you're called to do. And other people don't see that. And we have to learn to be okay with other people not seeing our vision. We got to be okay with that. And that's at the root of us being okay with ourselves and us being okay with our love for ourselves. I love myself enough to keep going. I love myself enough to support myself, even if nobody else does. It's a continual process. It's a continuous healing process. And we have to remember that we got to heal our wounds all the way back from our childhood, or we take it into our adulthood and we perpetuate that to other people. Because other people can see when they look at us, whether we feel good about ourselves, whether we love ourselves, and people will use that against us to manipulate us and make us feel that we are less than. And I'm telling you guys, you are not less than. You are worthy, you are strong, you are courageous, but you got to believe that. It has to be in here first, or people will always continuously manipulate you and make you feel less than. You are not less than based on what somebody else says, what other people do. Remember that. You're not less because of what somebody else does. You come to the table whole, valuable, meaningful, and loved. And that's something that you got to tell yourself that every day. I come to the table meaningful, valuable, courageous, strong, and loved. Every day, you got to tell yourself that. I am loved even when people aren't showing you the love that sometimes that you deserve. Let's see what other comments. Yeah, learn the hard way. I understand that, Miss Full Roller. You gotta, yeah, you have to find something that you like. I've forgotten, and do those things. I don't care if it's just going for a walk or talking to your best friend, watching TV or YouTube. Yeah, we have to understand that part too. I'm going to go back into this for a second because I got off track a little bit when I was talking about the purpose. So the purpose in life, purpose, is happiness. The more that we're people who are joyful people are people who are stepping in and walking in their path, the direction for their life, and they just keep going no matter what hits them. So you can find your purpose in your life by continuously doing things that make you joyful. To me, that is a life on purpose. Are you doing things that bring joy? Are you helping to also emit that to other people? Because the people who are negative, the people who are mean, nasty, wicked, backbiters, people who talk about people behind their back, is people who are not happy with themselves. They cannot find fulfillment within themselves. And it's dangerous to link yourself with those type of people. It's my personal opinion, but I distance myself from people who like to talk about other people. It goes to the core of who you are as a person. If I can't look at myself and see my flaws, how are you that much different than the person who's talking about you? Just because somebody comes and they try to attack, try to nip at you and say things about you, if you go and you do the same thing back to them, aren't you showing that you two are on the same level? And it's not showing off, it's confidence, it's self-love and self-talk that you have with yourself. I'm not going to lower my standard because they don't love themselves enough, because they haven't found peace of mind, they haven't found forgiveness and confidence and love within themselves. People who are miserable try to make other people miserable, but you can't allow that. You can't allow that in your personal space, especially when it comes to your mind, especially the things that you take in. Because whether or not we believe it or not, the things that we choose to entertain ourselves by causes us to have that same type of thinking. So if you constantly surround yourself with the negative aspects, with people who are always mean, angry, bitter, cruel, and I hate to say it, but that's what you're going to become. And it is very slightly, it's like being on a boat. Before you know it, you've drifted all the way off course Don't allow people to take you down that rabbit hole because they're miserable and they want you to go and say something back to them, talk about somebody else. Don't do that. You deserve more than that. And those type of people just need to I push them back. Don't even give a comment. Don't even give a statement to them. Get those people out your life. That's so important, especially when you are looking to work on things to make your purpose stronger and easily seen. You got to elevate your thinking. That's key to walking within your purpose, is elevating your thinking, elevating your thoughts, elevating what you think about yourself. And it comes to the core of one, knowing that we deserve things. You deserve to have support. And if you are not getting it from your circle of people, you haven't found the right people yet, because people who actually love, care, respect you will allow you to have a differing opinion. They will allow you to grow personally. They'll allow you to be who you are. They're not looking for changes within you. They don't want you to be different than who you are. You know, there's acceptance and love in maturity and love. There's acceptance. So the more that we accept one another, the more that we are kind to each other, that's how we can keep being in line with our purpose, because like-minded people support, encourage, build, teach, heal, support, all of that. And I think it's a wonderful thing if you could find one or two people who will support you, encourage you, lift you up in anything that you choose to do, whether you succeed at it or maybe it doesn't work out, but they're there for you. And you got to find those type of people, and you got to push off the ones that don't. Got to do that. That's highly important. Let's see what I missed. It's a process. I continue to work on myself and ask God to help me every day. The difference is I know what I need to change. Boss Life Online. And that's the thing when it comes to a purpose. We got to be honest with ourselves. See, people will have the conversation and say things like, I want to do this. I want to do that. But all it is talk. They're not going to do anything. It's just like what happens every year at the end of the year. People always talking about not the end of the year, a new year, new me. They change their hairstyle, then they say they're going to get into fitness, they're going to do all of these things, and then 2 or 3 months later it goes back to what they were originally doing. See, we have to learn to walk in silence instead of telling people what we're going to do. Show people what you're going to do. Show people the action behind the words. That's the most important thing, that we have to understand that love is an action word. And because we show up and we show up that we love ourselves, what is the action behind that? What is the action behind how much you love yourself? You know, you got to be focused. You got to know exactly what you want to do, because if you're not crystal clear for what you want to do with your life, you're going to get distracted. You're going to get discouraged. Here come in the D's, the words that I hate the most: distracted, discouraged, depressed. All of it comes in when you're not tuning in to yourself, where you're not tuning in and pouring kindness into yourself, compassion. And compassion is really important when you're going into working on your purpose, because a lot of times we forgive other people. We allow other people to get a little bit of we give them a little bit of room and distance, that when things don't work out. But when it comes to us, we're very hard on ourselves, very hard. And we have a hard time forgiving ourselves for when things don't work out. We have to understand sometimes the reason why things did not work out for you is because it's not good for you. It was not something that you needed in your life. It was not something that you're supposed to be doing, but it's helping you to get on the path, on the road, leading to where you leading you to where you need to be. And we got to understand that part. It's that part that's important. Uh, every little thing, every little step, everything that you try is getting you closer and closer to where you need to be in your life. And that's the most important thing, getting closer and closer and getting clear and just in knowing that you need to do something and knowing that you need to go somewhere and try something new. All of that is important. It's so important. So just keep going. That's the most important thing. Keep going. Yes, it's a process. I continue to work. Yeah, I think I read this one already. Yeah, you gotta be willing to make changes, and that's the part right there. People don't want to make changes. They don't. People don't want to make changes, but we're not talking about people today. Today, we are focused only on us. We're focused on ourselves. And when we focus on ourselves, we have to say, how much is this worth to me? Whatever you want to do in your life, what is it worth for you? Is it worth you getting less sleep? Is it worth you starting a new life? Maybe starting a new business, maybe trying something maybe that's outside of your comfort zone, because we have to understand that in the comfort zone does not lie change. Change comes in being uncomfortable. Change comes in trying something new. Sometimes we got to empty ourselves, because if something is not working in our life, we have to try something else because it's not working for a reason. If you keep doing the same thing for 20, 30 years and it's not working, it's not going to work. You got to find out why isn't this working? Ask people why it's not working. Get some advice, not just saying we want things to work. We want our business, we want our purpose to work, we want our vision to work, but we're not doing anything to make it come to fruition. We're not doing anything to make it happen. See, it's just going to be words until we put in the action. See, it takes work and it's difficult. It's difficult because you may want change, you may want to try something, but then most people aren't willing to do anything else besides this. They're not. Start your change now. Don't wait till New Year's, and be consistent. It is a lifestyle change for you whenever your new year comes to you. Yeah, like that's what I say all the time, Vernell. Like I feel like I think it's everybody who always says every year I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then after a few months, you kind of fall off. See, what I'm learning to do now is to make it a journey, make it a lifestyle change, and not just, and I don't like the word diet either. That's not what, because diets don't last. Diets fade in and out. It has to be a lifestyle, like the way you eat, your exercise regimen. And it does not, when I say exercise regimen, it doesn't mean you running 5-10 miles. It just means getting started. And one of the most profound things that I heard the other day in someone's live stream, it was, I think it was Point Blank Travel. And he was saying that one of the most difficult things when you're starting an exercise regimen is not the exercise part. It's just getting up and putting on your clothes, putting on your sneakers. That part is the action. You want the results, but what are you willing to do to sacrifice to get the change that you want? It's the action. It's the action. I did not know what to change about me and my thinking if I had not surrendered and said something is not right. That's when I got a therapist and she asked me the right questions to help me know. Yeah, see, That's the thing. And that's something that I say all the time. Me and Life Online, I've talked about this many times. There's nothing wrong with getting therapy. It's nothing wrong with getting therapy, talking to somebody, allowing ourselves to heal from something. And it causes us also to look inside of ourselves. And it's not an easy road to look at ourselves and say, what did I do to cause these problems? What did I bring to the table? What did I do wrong? And when you do that, you show your maturity, you show your personal growth, you show you want better for your life. Like I said the other time on another live stream, instead of being bitter, now you are going to be better. So if we don't want to be bitter anymore, we don't want to be angry. We don't want to talk about, I should have done this 15 years ago. No, you say, I'm doing this now. It's not about when, it's about how. It's about why. It's about the action. It's the actions behind everything that causes the success in your life, that causes the progress. And that helps you walk within your purpose, is you doing what gets you excited. Whatever you go to bed and wake up thinking about, that's what you're supposed to be doing. That. That. And you just got to find the right way to do it. You just got to find the right way to do it, but you can do it. Thank you, Edward. Yes, it's a lifestyle, not a goal, because a goal has an ending. Exactly. Like I've said that all the time. I used to say it all the time. Like, I need to go on a diet. And then, just saying the word diet, it's like it has a negative connotation. And that's not what you want. Anything that's negative, you're not going to want to continuously do it, but it's have the action behind it. But when I think about a lifestyle journey, that I'm going to not only look better in my clothes, I'm going to feel better mentally, because that's what exercise does for me. It helps me emotionally. It helps me to cleanse from things that are plaguing my mind, things that make me feel upset. And when we exercise, it causes us to release all of that. We release all that stress instead of eating that stress away. I've learned to exercise my stress away. Yeah, that part was profound for me in my life. That's how I was able to take off some weight. I had to think about it. It's not about the food. It's not the food when you're eating. It's not the food. I was eating to cover my pain. And when I learned that part, boy, that was a game changer. That I'm eating to cover a wound instead of eating to live. Game changer right there. What part I played in it. Yes, once I could look at my part and admit, then only then I could change and be better. That was a journey, and it's still a journey. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Boss Life Online, Edward, Miss Full Roller, Vernell. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. And it's only up to us. Nobody can give you a purpose. Nobody can help you to find your purpose, but you have to make that decision. You got to make that decision. Hold on, guys. I got to take this phone call. Hold on a second. Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. I had to take that call. Yeah. What part I played in it? That's important. Yes, once I could look at my part and admit, then only then I could change and be better. It was a journey, and it's still a journey. Exactly, Boss Life. It's a journey for everything in our lives. Hey, 1SP, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday to you. Yeah, we have to understand that. We have to understand what role we play. We have to be willing to make changes in our life. We have to be willing. And it's that part. Um it's that part. We have to be willing to make the changes. And sometimes that just having the thoughts, just having the thinking that I am important, that I have a value, that I am called for this, that I'm special and I'm strong and I'm courageous, because sometimes in our mind, we are judging ourselves by the standards of childhood and telling ourselves that we can't do things, that we allow fear to come in and sabotage us and make us feel like maybe something is wrong with us, when it's not something wrong with us. It was something wrong with the situation or that person that was bringing that negativity, that drama into our lives. So we got to find out the reason why we do what we do. Why do you feel down? Why do you feel discouraged? Is it because of somebody else, or is it because of us? And that takes honesty. Do I sabotage myself? Do I tell myself I can't do anything? Do I let fear and doubt come in, or do I encourage myself, and do I uplift myself? It's that part right there. Yes, after a period of time, yes, it may be other people, but at what point do we accept that it could be us as well? Hey, Rochelle, happy Friday. I hope you're doing good. It's so good to see you. Yeah, that's what it takes sometimes. We have to be honest. And I feel that a lot of people out there don't know how to be honest with themselves, and they don't want to be honest. They want to blame other people. They want to be bitter. They want to be angry. They want to say that things are happening to them because of this person, that person, and this person. But at the end of the day, we have to remember that it's our life, it's your life. And if that's important to you, then you're going to do whatever it takes to make your purpose happen. You're going to do what it takes to be successful at whatever it is that you want to do, because you're going to put in the hard work, because you believe in yourself, because you're going to keep trying the best that you can. You're not going to allow negativity, doubt, fear, other people. Because I'll tell you guys, if I listened to the negativity that happened in my own family, even especially the negative talk that I had with myself, if I'm going to be completely honest, it was me a lot of times. Was always saying because of my past that I couldn't do anything, but I was not trying. And we have to start there as well. If we don't try new things, if we don't try to get help when we need help, if something is not working, have you asked questions? Have you wrote down transparently exactly what you want to do? How are you going to make it happen? Because we have to understand that when we completely define everything, and we have to be detailed in whatever it is that we're going to do. We don't just say we're going to do it. How are you going to do it? Why are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? What's the name of it? Who is going to be around you? Where are you going to be located? Where is this business or whatever you're going to do? Is it going to be just where you live in your state? Is it going to be in the country? Is it going to be worldwide? All of that has to be up to us, all of it. And that's all I can say about it. And I hope that whatever it is that you want to do, keep going. Keep going at whatever you want to do. Keep going at whatever goal you have. Because remember, you're too important. You are too important to not be working towards your goals. You're far too important to allow fear to stop you from your purpose, about who you can be around, about who can support you. And we got to get back to the root of pouring love back into ourselves, because the more that we love ourselves, the more we continuously define and work on who we are, is the better that we can be, and the better we can define our purpose and raise our vibration and our energy source. Remember to take care of yourself, to love yourself, to forgive yourself, and to forgive other people. Life is too short to allow people to make you feel discouraged, to make you not try something. Just because something is hard, just because something is difficult, that does not mean that it can't be done. We have to talk to ourselves, and we have to have that conversation with ourselves. Just because it's hard, just because it's difficult, does not mean it can't be done. It can be done, and it begins with you. So I thank all of you guys for being here. I enjoyed this discussion today. I'm going to get out of here. I enjoyed it. I thank everybody for all of their thoughts in the chat. And for those who are watching in the replay, I appreciate you very much for watching my replay gang. Thank you. And I am going to be doing a giveaway coming up really soon. I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to be doing some other things to give back to not only my members, I'm going to give to my members, my moderators, and I'm going to be just doing things to give back, maybe not in big ways, but I think it's important that even if you give in little ways, you can give to other people. So keep uplifting yourself, keep uplifting other people, and be yourself. If you don't get anything else in this discussion, I hope you get that part. That part. Be yourself. It's always good enough. I'm Marlene, and I am the content creator for Living Your Best Life. And on this channel, I have positive, motivating, encouraging videos by way of story times, vlogs, live streams. And on Sunday, we have the Sunday talk show. This coming Sunday, our co-host and guest is going to be Tasha from Major Change Group. And we're going to have an excellent discussion. And I can't wait to have this discussion. So make sure you're there on time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And before I go, I'm going to ask my moderators, if my moderators could please drop the link to the channels, Just Relax Now, Information Girls, and Boss Life Online, Miss Full Roller, Edward Smart, Rochelle's Blessing. I want to drop the links to all of those who came into the chat today before I end. And I want you guys to know I appreciate all of you guys so much. And I think it's important to tell people you appreciate them before the success, before the breakthrough, because I do believe a breakthrough is about to happen for me. I feel like something good is about to happen. Something is on the path ahead for me. And I want to tell those that support me before the success, before the goodness. And I think that that's very important, because I never forget those who support me. I never forget those who have taught me something, those who have poured into me. Especially, they have poured into me when I didn't think I could do it, when I didn't think that my channel was important. I didn't think what I had to say had meaning. I didn't think anybody really cared. The times where I wanted to delete this channel, when I wanted to delete all my channels, I had real true friends that was there for me. And that means everything to me. You guys don't even know. It means everything to me to have support. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Yeah. So that's from my heart. Much love to all you guys. And thank you, Boss Life Online, for dropping the links to those channels. And thank you, my mods. Thank you to all my those who are supporters on my channel, my members of my channel. I have a members only live stream that will be coming up next week. So look forward to that as well. Yeah. So I'm waiting for Boss Life Online to finish dropping the links before I get out of here. Oh yeah, Marlene TV. Thank you for reminding me, Miss Full Roller. Today at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to have a discussion with Miss Full Roller, Sarah, and we're going to be talking about the debt-free lifestyle and journey. I was on her channel and shared me going through the journey to become debt-free. I'm not yet, but I will be. And on today at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Miss Full Roller will be coming on my channel in just about 2.5 hours. And she's going to be sharing her journey, how she became debt-free. We're going to have a great discussion. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm just enjoy the process of your life, guys. Enjoy the process and keep being yourself. I say that all the time. So when I say just know it, just breathe it and be it. Be you and be the best version of you. Be the best version of you every day. And even when somebody doesn't see the value and the meaning in you, but you see the value and the meaning within yourself. Nothing is better than a person who loves themselves, a person who forgives themselves, a person who lives in the moment. Don't wait until it's too late. The people that you love, the people that you appreciate, tell them while you have them that you appreciate them. Don't wait until it's too late and then tell them, then say and live with regret and say, I wish I would have told those people I love them. I wish I would have told them how much they mean to me. Don't wait. So I thank you all so much and appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you guys at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Marlene TV. Bye, guys, and see you in the next one. And like I said, every single video, live stream, and discussion, just know it. Just breathe it and be it and live your best life. See you guys on Sunday at the Sunday Talk Show and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. No, Boss Life Online, you're the best. And thank you, Miss Full Roller, Edward Smart, Rochelle's blessings. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And I'll see you guys later on today and on Sunday. Bye-bye, guys.
Be inspired. Be yourself.